What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. I'm just watching this DAZN card. Make sure you smash the like button. Mauricio Herrera, Sadam Ali. I'm watching this fight, and we'll talk about the Canelo stuff in a second.
Final seconds of the 10th and final round here at Madison Square Garden. 2 fights to go. Tevin Farmer is next. Canelo Álvarez in the main event after that.
What? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Can you guys hear? Can anybody hear me? Okay, you guys gotta leave a comment. I'm thinking. Who's watching this DAZN card right now? Who's watching the card? Sadam Ali versus Mauricio Herrera. LJ, fighter, what do you think of the card so far? We got one more fight before the main event. Tevin Farmer versus Fonseca. What are your thoughts on the card? No, you can't blame Fielding because he's complaining. I mean, this is Golovkin's team complained about the same thing. So obviously, you know, fighters are seeing it or they learn from Golovkin's team. You know, they don't want Canelo to have no type of added. I mean, that's actually fair, though, to be honest, because Fielding had a rehydration clause. You don't want to give no extra, no extra advantage to Canelo. Oh, yeah, I disagree with you. He said this card's not bad, really. The Ali Herrera is about what we expected. Man, I'm struggling through this card. Nah, bro. I disagree. The Ryan Garcia fight was cool, but, you know, Ryan Garcia is still developing, so I didn't even know his opponent. Then I do know, you know, everyone knows these two guys, Sadam Ali, Mauricio Herrera. It wasn't really an eventful fight. They're doing the scorecards right now.
Jr. scores it 99-91, and David Sutherland has it 98-92. All for your winner by unanimous decision from Brooklyn, New York.
Sadam Ali wins. You know, I feel bad for Mauricio Herrera because he's like crafty. You know, he got robbed in the Danny Garcia fight. I thought he beat José Benavidez, and he never got to shine from them fights, you know, to step in as a winner. And then, you know, long layoff, and I heard he had some personal issues in his personal life. I'm not going to put his business out there. And then now he's, you know, now he's being brought in just to kind of be there. But he didn't look like the Danny Garcia, José Benavidez Herrera to me. I was looking forward to Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, me too. He's nice with it from what I've seen so far. Yeah, man, this card is kind of slow to me. There's only one fight, Tevin Farmer versus Francisco Fonseca, who fought Tank Davis on the Mayweather undercard. And then Joshua's here. Hold on. Oh, I thought they were bringing Joshua up.
Canelo's answer. I hear a stay low with the January 26th golden. He does.
Let me see if I can find the Canelo part for you.
On Hopkins back firm. But you could put Hopkins with that before. Put it with Bernard Hopkins, Felix Trinidad. Am I remembering that correctly?
All right, the Canelo part's coming up. Hold on. This is the Canelo news that you guys seen in the title. Smash the like button.
He's feeling more comfortable.
There was a little bit of controversy before the Fielding fight. It's coming up. I had to go back.
Good shot. Good shot. A little low, but good.
Listen.
Ali having a little more success in this round. Let's go backstage. Chris Maddox. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, Brian, I'm inside Canelo Alvarez's locker room. There was a minor issue earlier with the wrapping of Canelo's hands. Members of Rocky Fielding's team thought he was stacking, which is something exactly like it sounds, putting tape on top of gauze, on top of tape, on top of gauze once again. It seems the issue is resolved. Kim Sumlin, the executive director of the New York State Athletic Commission, came in here, oversaw the re-wrapping. Canelo did have to cut his wraps off and start the wrapping all over again, but as we speak, no issues at the moment.
So basically, the same shit Golovkin was complaining about. I don't know if they got that from Gennady Golovkin, like, you know, and then they, like, since Abel Sanchez pointed it out, and then, like, they decided to use it, or maybe they, you know, were super against it. But either way, you know, stuff like this, 2 fights being canceled off the card so far to me is pretty uneventful. And then the main event, we already, you know, most people favor Canelo to win. Let's just keep it a stack. No pun intended. I said keep it a stack. That's slang. I didn't mean like stacked rap. Never mind. Anyway, most people think Canelo's already favored to win, so I don't want to hear stuff. You know, and I'm not saying I don't want to hear the truth, but I'm just saying it's like that. This is making me not want to watch the fight type shit. Do you get what I'm saying? New York is strict, you know, so what you could do in Vegas and shit, they're not having it in New York. Yeah, New York has this, you know, every community, they need some uniform rules, you know. They need some uniform rules to determine what is what and what is allowed, because, you know, it's accepted in Vegas, but in California you can't do it, and you can't do it in New York. So, to be honest, you know, the more I'm thinking about it is, why don't they just abolish that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if fighters are going to use this and complain about it, and 2 of the major fight capitals out of 3, California and New York, are against it, and Vegas is the only one allowing for it, you know, maybe it's something that should be examined to determine, you know, either the other 2 states come aboard and allow for it, or just get rid of this, whatever this stupid shit is that he keeps doing. To my knowledge, this is what stacking is. With the hand wrap, you're going over it, and then you're kind of doubling up, covering the area again, making it firmer, kind of harder. I mean, just think of if you have a let's say packaging tape, and then you just keep rolling and rolling. It's gonna, the bigger the tape ball, the thicker it's gonna be and stuff like that. So it's called stacking. So you're going over it against, you know, or a certain area again. So the people are complaining like, hey, you're supposed to only use 1 roll of tape or X amount of tape, and you're using additional tape to go over it again, which would, you know, in theory, make your punches maybe a little bit more crisp, a little firmer, you know, less give. And they're like, fuck that. That's what Abel Sanchez and Gennady Golovkin were complaining about. Rocky Fielding's team just try to play it. You know, little stuff like that. Look. So anyway, this ain't Nevada. Canelo, this is Canelo's first time main eventing that I can remember. Fighting in New York. And then so basically Rocky Fielding's team complained about it, so they brought the commission in, and the commission, they were overseeing it, and they said, you got to cut those wraps off. You got to start from scratch and redo it without the stacking method. So, Canelo, it's boxing. I don't know how I'll interview. I could interview fighters and see how impactful. I know Clarissa Shields was like, no, that's illegal, and she went to the Olympics twice and stuff like that. So, maybe this should be looked into to determine if this should, going forward, be allowed or whatever this shit. Because people are complaining about it, and nobody wants to give the other side anything. Canelo already had enforced a rehydration clause. He's already the favorite. You don't want any additional advantage. And, Rocky Fielding's team, by snitching Canelo's team out, they prevailed because they got the commission involved. And the commission said, cut the wraps off. Cut them off, start from scratch without doing that. Jacobs' mic was double feeding. I didn't even hear Jacobs on here. I can't wait for Tevin Farmer. Yeah, Tevin Farmer, that's my dude. He's nice with it. But I want to see Tevin Farmer get a big fight. Shout out to D-Bell the champ out of Vegas, where they allow the stacking. No, I'm just playing. $10 super chat. He said, fuck the zone, the ego zone over everything. Oh, you did the $9.99. I see. Why he donated the exact amount it costs for the zone per month. Hey, that's petty. D Bevel, you petty. He said, fuck the zone is ego zone. Listen, we just do what we could do. As far as this card, it's kind of light. I'm being honest with you. It's kind of light. They could use about a Lemieux Toriano Johnson bout right about now. Two guys who are just going to swing and, have good power. I don't think the Sadam Ali Herrera fight put the division on notice. The welterweight division is the most cracking division. Oh, here's AJ. Hold on. Let's see what AJ talking about.
Terrific. By the way, I know you've talked about this before. Obviously, this is royalty. Did you watch a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard as you were growing up?
Just before we put the headphones on, I'm just about to start getting some tips about training and lifestyle, but we're going to get to that. And of course, I watched Mr. Leonard. The tassels on the boots. I'm actually going to change my boots. A lot of my robes and stuff were in honor of Muhammad Ali, the white robe and so on and so forth. And now I'm going to add the tassels on my boots in honor of yourself. I didn't tell you or anything like that, but that's, if you see tassels on my boots, that's the reason why.
No, just make sure that they don't hang down too long.
No, don't worry about that. But you know what it is that where I'm quite quiet outside the ring. When I enter the ring, I want to start adding some razzmatazz, some entertainment and some flashy business. Start putting the tassels, the diamantes, because this is my place to shine. You know where I'm coming from. And when I used to watch you with yourself box, amongst all the other great fighters, the way you used to dance around the ring at the end of each.
So he said he's going to add more pizzazz to his ensemble, but then he was just on ESPN First Take saying I'm not like a rapper that wears bling and jewelry, but now he's saying he wants to add more flair. Whatever.
Well, this is the Mecca. This is one of the Meccas of
Y'all remember he was just on ESPN saying, "Oh, I'm not the type of guy to wear a lot of bling and jewelry." But then right here he's talking about, "Hey, I'm a swagger jack you and pay homage to you, Sugar Ray Leonard. I need, I'm a quiet guy, but in the ring I want to be flashier." But you were saying you don't have this bling type of personality. Okay. I'm telling you, everything he keeps saying is like, hey, Block, what the fuck? Oh, they're not going to ask him about Wilder, huh? Okay. Damn, that shit came on quick. He a young kid. I don't care. He going to get his young ass. He going to learn today. So that's the latest on Canelo Álvarez. The fight's still on. It was like a minor setback. The commission had to get involved. Fielding did what Golovkin's team did. They snitched on the stacking wraps. They said, we don't want it. We don't allow it. The commission in Nevada ruled in Canelo's favor because they allow it. But California and New York have different commissions, so they didn't allow it. I'm getting ready to watch Tevin Farmer fight. So I'm going to see what that fight's looking like. But that's the latest on Canelo. The fight's still going on. The main event's still going on. In case you don't know, which some people are confused, You have to have DAZN. It's a streaming app, 30-day free trial. If you've already went through your 30-day free trial, it's going to be $9.99 a month, $10 a month. Tevin Farmer is about to fight Fonseca. His opponent fought Gervonta Tank Davis on the Mayweather-McGregor card. And, you know, he did all right. So we'll see what Tevin Farmer is going to do with him. And that's the last fight since Toriano Johnson doesn't have an opponent because David Lemieux killed himself to make weight. He was dehydrated. So his fight got canceled. So this is the very last fight before the main event. So far, the card's been pretty quiet, you know. I guess from what I've seen, I didn't get to see Katie Taylor. The best fight was Ryan Garcia, and he was fighting a guy I've never heard of that looked like Colin Kaepernick. And Ryan Garcia made him take a knee, and he gave him a Nike endorsement deal. It knocked him out. So we're going to see what Tevin Farmer is talking about. Shout out to my guy from Philly. Champion fight. He's about to fight, and then the main event. Yeah, I like Ryan Garcia with Eddie Reynoso. He seemed more calm and composed. His punches looked crispy, and he didn't look like he was relying all on speed. I think that's Ryan Garcia's biggest issue. You know, don't be a speed demon when needed. Vary your speed. Don't just throw everything the same rate of speed and everything hard and everything fast. Control that. I understand he's young. He wants the flashy knockouts and women and all that. But you'll look flashier if you put it together. Josh was talking about Tevin Farmer winning Gervonta Tank Davis fight, but he ain't talking about Wilder fight or Fury. Oh, man. Hey, who the fuck said Ryan Garcia fought Jim Kelly? Man, you come straight out of a comic book, man. Man, he fought Colin Kaepernick. Y'all know it. I was looking for Nessa in the crowd, bro. He fought Kaepernick. You know, I'm not mad. Ryan Garcia's my dude, but you know that's what Golden Boy's giving him. He did what he needed to do. Look, see, y'all think I be joking. Yeah, Ryan looked good. He looked better than his last two fights for sure. You know, he looked crispy with his punches, and I just like how he was patient, a little bit more patient, and not before he was with Eddie Reynoso. You know, it looked like he was trying to throw everything hard and as fuck and everything fast. Look, he didn't fight Cap. This is the dude. He didn't fight Colin Kaepernick. He got the same tattoos as Colin Kaepernick, too. He fucked Brittany Renner. Huh? He made Brittany Renner buy her own flights. That's not Cap. I'm tripping. That's not Colin. He don't got a Nike endorsement deal. Say something. He don't got an endorsement deal from Nike. Look, he took a knee too. That's Cap. That's Kaepernick. I'm a Niners fan since childhood. I know Cap when I see him. He led us to the Super Bowl. Can't get a team. Kaepernick. He got the same tattoo. That ain't him. Look, he took a knee in front of Madison Square Garden. Anyway, I'm about to watch the rest of this card. See, he said that's definitely Kaepernick. That's what I told y'all. Y'all trying to play me like I don't know Cap. I know Cap when I see Cap, motherfucker. Like, shut up, Ego. That's not Kaepernick. The Black Channel. Why do they think it's Kaepernick? Here. Let me zoom in, man. Look. That's Kaepernick, man. He tapered the fro a little bit, but that's Kaepernick, bruh. He just tapered the fro a little bit down. He said, fuck Papa John's. You dig? Told you. That man Oscar got all types of matches. Everybody talking about Floyd fighting kickboxers. De La Hoya got Ryan Garcia fighting an NFLer that can't get no job. So what y'all got to say about that? Hey, boo-boo. No, but Ryan Garcia looked good. He looked sharp. But, again, I got to see, he needed this type of fight because he had 2 tough fights. But, I just want to see the level of competition. I don't think he's quite there for I don't think he's ready for like a tank yet, but you guys get it. He said Cap got knocked the fuck out. Hey, y'all really tripping. Virgil Ortiz, he had eye surgery. He had LASIK surgery. And New York is very strict. I'm trying to tell y'all. Very strict. They didn't allow him to compete because it's probably a healing process or something where your eye, they do vision tests and all that, and he probably didn't pass the vision test. So they're like, nah, we can't authorize this. See, you guys have to understand, there's a heavyweight from Russia who fought Mike Perez from Cuba, Magomed Abdusalamov. Look it up. I seen the fight when it was on live. Brutal stuff. And it was like Pritchard Cologne type of situation and Adonis Stevenson before those. It's a heavyweight fight. Mike Perez at heavyweight was, looking real swift and good power, blah, blah, blah. And they let it go on and on. It happened in New York. And long story short, he's permanently, like, he was in a coma and all types of stuff. Just like the Adonis Stevenson, blunt force trauma, brain shifted and swelled. And his family ended up suing New York and winning. And they won, I don't know how much money, but they won hella money through the state, because they didn't stop the fight. They just allowed it to continue. And I'm not saying New York's always been strict, but that was a major hit, so they really don't play. Look, I told you he had the tattoos like Cap. Look, he has the same tattoos. Anyway, I'm out. Holla at the kid. I'll be back after the main event and stuff. I'm going to go watch this Tevin Farmer and Canelo.